right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on our free strategy session and in regards to partnering with us. And when I say us, first of all, my name is Travis Harris. I run the Ferris team in Hawaii and Colorado and across the nation. We are a 50 million a year team, and that's just standard team, my own business. And we do that without lifting a finger. So that's my business. We got Dustin Brohm here. Dustin, who are you?
Dustin Brohm, host of the Massive Agent Podcast. I've been an agent for 11 years. I am an expert on marketing, social media, lead generation, business building. I'm somebody that is passionate about showing agents other ways of being a profitable agent, other ways of structuring their business. If they want to step out of production at some point, but still have revenue coming in residually every month, they can live off of. And it's something that I've personally done. I know you as well, Travis, you and your wife, and so many others, so I'm excited for anybody watching this today.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. Yeah. So when I say partnering with us, it is partnering with us and eXp Realty. So I can't tell you the amount of value and things that we drop, but ultimately, you're here now. Why are you here now? And realistically, there's a problem that exists. And are you in a place where you're wanting more money, less fees, more value, more help, and all of those things? So realistically, Dustin, what are some problems that you see kind of with standard agents today?
Well, they're all put into a box. When I got into the industry, I only knew what I knew. I only knew what I saw right in front of my face. And the way my mentor and broker were doing things, I thought literally everyone did. And it wasn't until I started networking with others that I realized there's so many other ways to make money as a realtor. There's so many other revenue streams possible if you're a realtor. And we're here to talk about some of that today. But I think the problem is most agents think they're good. They're satisfied. They're happy where they're at, but they don't have a clue what other options are out there that may be a much better fit for their goals and the lifestyle that they want.
And the one thing that I know for a fact that you kind of just said is every agent, and there are agents crushing it at eXp. My organization, everything that we're doing is flourishing better than ever. But we all had to walk away from something good to end up at something great. And I was there. I started a team in 2012, and I was vanity metrics. We were shooting for the moon to be number one, What is number one? I don't care about number one vanity metrics. I care about profitability in my bank account and my agent's bank account. And how many team leaders and broker owners actually care about what's in your bank account? They don't. They want you to pay their bills for them. We went down the sales spiral. We were selling, and it ended up in the pit of despair that I guarantee 95% of you agents out there are in today. And I'm here to tell you, you can't sell your way out of it. Opposed from what your productivity coach or sales coach is going to tell you, you cannot sell your way out of it. So you need to make drastic changes from where you're at to pivot to be in a place where you can start building that up. So Dustin, what are beliefs that are keeping people in the place that they're at today?
Beliefs. I think a lot of agents think that the only thing that matters is how many homes you sell. And it's because their mentor, that's all that matters to them. Because the broker, that's all they care about. The business models set up at most brokerages out there are broken because they want, it's not that they're bad people. It's not that they don't want the agents to thrive and be successful, but the business model doesn't incentivize the team leader or the broker or whoever to really build up the agents to be so great that maybe they go out on their own. It's disincentivizing it, especially with traditional sales teams. So the brokerage model is just broken. I see that all the time. Agents they only know what they see,
100%. Kind of going off of what you said, brokers or brokerages, they almost award and reward this bad behavior because again, just speaking from experience, I'm on the stage of receiving Young Entrepreneur of the Award, crushing business, and everything and everyone in the brokerages and brokers were telling me I was successful. But when I got home and I felt like finances and stresses, I was like, is this success? Is this what successful is? That's one of the things that you'll get today is the brokers and brokerages are saying you're successful, but you know that something's missing with that as well. So realistically, what if we told you that agents at the COLLAB in the first year are twice as profitable than they were the year before at XYZ, receiving 100% of your commissions? Literally, I get paid to be here and sell real estate as if I was at all the other companies that I had tried out before. I'm getting paid to be here. What if I were to tell you that is something that you could come and completely make the shift to again, it's sounding too good to be true. I've been here for over 2 years now, and I've seen what building wealth at this company looks like. And it's an amazing thing. I mean, Dustin, what about you as far as making that initial shift into?
It took me a while. So in real estate for 11 years, the first 7, I was with a flat fee brokerage. So with my perspective at the time, it was cheap. And I didn't understand why anyone else would ever split their commission because I'm only paying $500 per closing. Why would you split 20%, 40%? I didn't get it until my friend Shannon left a red and white company, was going to start her own brokerage, then found eXp. And she's like, hey, everything that you've told me that you're looking for, eXp has. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a commission split. It all sounds great, but I'm only paying $500 per deal. So I had to watch her for the next year. Every time she sold a house and she was gifted stock, every time, she had a friend that came and joined her and then they sold homes and she got some residual income. And she started telling me these things. And finally it clicked for me. I was like, wait a minute. So there's actually value that the right brokerage can provide. Not all of them do, but it's not always about the cost of doing a transaction. It's about the value that you get for whatever the cost of a transaction is. And that's when it clicked for me. And I saw a real opportunity finally do everything that I wanted to and not just chase number of homes sold and chase total production, which are important, but most important, and I think you alluded to this, most important to me was how much am I making? How much actual money am I making? And how much of my time is required to make that money? I finally saw a way out with this business model that's allowed me to step out of production and making more money than I ever have before when I was producing, with a much, much better lifestyle. And I hate this term work-life balance, but just so much more flexibility because of the business model and the people that are here at the brokerage as well.
Absolutely. Literally, once I get going on this, I literally could talk about this all day. But when we parted ways from our traditional standard model, I basically told him, I was like, look, I could literally work just as hard, and I was grinding my ass off to make ends meet. And when we broke up, which again, that had to happen, I told him, I was like, I could work just as hard, and I come from an oil field family, so I don't mind working hard. But I was like, I can work just as hard and make twice as much. Or, because you're going to come across this well, I could work half as hard and make the same amount of money. Now, why do people say that? And when people talk about capping brokerages, they talk about potentially selling less real estate. And again, your solution at the standard model for them, not for you, is to sell more to make more. It's a broken model. It doesn't work. It's going to bury you in a hole. It's one of those things where I said, I can, and I get to sell less if I want to make the same amount of money. Why? And Dustin just said it, is because I just had a daughter and I want to actually spend time with her. I want to grow with her and enjoy my family. And I mean, how many agents out there are crushing business? And don't get me, I was a crusher as well for years, that, you're at your child's basketball games, baseball games, whatever it is, and you're on your phone. You're not even there with them. And they'll remember. That's the thing. They'll remember. The broken system is going to break your family. And that's one thing that you got to know. And to go into this real quick, the 5 elements of a franchise model that I want to talk is support, leads, training, and masterminds, ownership, and revenue sharing. So out of those things, go into your sales coach or whoever and say you want those 5 things. I'm at a franchise. I want the 5 benefits of being at a franchise. And again, the last is ownership. The last 2 are ownership and revenue sharing. I want you to tell yourself what they say or what they would say, because they're going to laugh at it. And there's a point to where those people also don't want to grow you. I want to grow our people to the freaking moon because I want them to flourish and succeed. Franchise owners can't grow you too much, because if they grow you too much, what are you going to do? You're going to want ownership and revenue sharing and open up your own company, and you're now going to be competition with them. So they literally they can't let you grow too much. They're actually incentivized to keep you in a box, just what Dustin said. So rolling right into this, because again, I can talk about this all day long. The solution. So we are at eXp. I've been coaching, mentoring agents for 10 years. Same with Dustin Brohm, just crushing media. It's a beautiful model. Like, there's no splits on it. Literally, I'm getting paid a significant salary, AKA rev share, to be here. But it's a model to where when you plug in and partner with us, I will literally give my playbook to you. And there's other big hitters that we give our playbooks. If you want to sell 100 million, here you go. You want to sell 200 million, here you go. And we'll hop on calls. We'll make sure you're getting structured to success, utilizing tens of thousands of dollars that we have all spent to learn and acknowledge and instill this in our business. We're here to give that to you. And then the solution that eXp is the model craft for its agents to provide them with more profit, better lifestyle, and future vision of how they can expand their careers. Literally, we are a group, an organization, the collaboration of like-minded agents. And why? Would you want to partner us? Why do you partner with us? And that's because eXp is able to do this because they're a cloud brokerage. Like, one of my largest listings that I've had to date, multi-million-dollar listing with an older couple. And I went in there, and this was right about the pandemic hitting. And they said, hey, we've never heard of eXp before. And I said, hey, you know what? It is a forward-thinking, tech-based cloud brokerage that lets me do whatever I need to with technology to get your home sold fast and at the highest price possible. They said, great, sign me up. And then going into that as well, so one thing that you have to get over as far as the why, the how, the problem is, if you were to get knee surgery today, are you going to walk into a Kaiser Permanente and just sign up and say, okay, cool, replace my knee? No, you're going to say, who's the doctor at Kaiser Permanente. I don't care about Kaiser Permanente, the brand, any longer. I care about the doctor today. I want to research the doctor replacing my knee and validate that that is a certified surgeon that's going to do the best job to replace my knee. I don't care about Kaiser Permanente. I care about Dr. So-and-so. And that's it. You are the brand. You are the brand today. It doesn't matter what's hanging on the door. Even more so today with technology and everything going on, you're the brand. And if you're scared of that, then you need to start exploring why you're scared of that, because there's a leap of faith of creating and crafting as an entrepreneur, you and your business. How does it work, Dustin? How does it work, bro?
It's funny how many people think their brand, the brand behind them is what's getting them business. It's not the hot air balloon that's getting you business. It's you. So Travis, you're spot on. Most clients don't know who your brokerage is, nor do they give a crap. They just don't. But dude, you mentioned something that reminded me of a story I think is going to be relevant for a lot of people. I wasn't planning on bringing this up, but I think it's super relevant. So you mentioned going and needing knee surgery, right? How many agents right now don't have a choice but to just keep doing transaction after transaction after transaction? It's this hamster wheel that never ends. As soon as you close one, you're unemployed. You've got to do it all over again. That's great. You can make a lot of money that way, but it's not sustainable if something ever happens in your life. If something happened to a family member, if you get sick, if you get injured, or if you just want to go to Europe for a month, you can't, because as soon as you stop doing the activity, as soon as you stop servicing the clients, writing the offers, doing all that, the income stops. That's a problem. Something that I'm so grateful for because of the eXp business model and the work that I put in over the last few years to build this and to take advantage of how it's structured. In December, my dad was having some pretty serious health issues and he ended up passing away in December. It took a lot, he lives here where I live. And so it took a lot of my time, my mental energy away from work. I spent a lot of time at the hospital. I spent a lot of time with my brother and wrapping up the affairs afterwards and just all the crap. And if you've ever lost a loved one, it's not easy. The emotional stuff aside, like just all the crap that you have to do is a lot. So I couldn't work, right? I had something more important, but I made more money that month and the month after than I had in previous months. It just kept coming and it kept growing. I had such peace of mind going through this process, knowing that I wasn't worried about where the next paycheck's coming from because I was taking advantage of the eXp revenue share model and partnering with agents like you and helping you to grow, helping you to be profitable and scale. It provided me that freedom and that feeling of real security during a very, very difficult time. I thank God that I made the decision years ago to actually come to this brokerage and dive in and really get to work, because how shitty would that have been if I was worried about, oh my gosh, I got to talk to this client. What about this appraisal? What about this? What about that? I didn't have any of those.
100%. Life-changing is really what it was. And so the brokerage I ran and of my own branch was a Realogy franchise. Michael Valdez on stage at one of our events basically said it, and he was actually one of the high ups at Realogy as well. And he's like, at the boardroom, so during the boardroom sessions, changing agents' lives is discussed by the highest up people in our company. If you go to any other company, do you think changing agents' lives is being discussed at that table? No, it's going to be stock price. It's going to be profitability, revenue, debts. Like those are the things of discussion at those. Whereas changing agents' lives, which you just heard, and my life was changed. Again, we ended up in a downward spiral running that franchise for 4 years. And it was just, we had our fork in the road, $1 million learning lesson moment that we made it. And that's a different story for another time, but it's completely life-changing. I pivoted here, built what I thought running my own brokerage was going to be here, first of all, because it wasn't what I thought. This is literally what I thought running my own brokerage was going to be. But ultimately, it's the reason why it allows you to be changed and life-changing is how it works. So just to run over this, I could show you slides of Blockbuster and Netflix, which I'm sure people have seen. We don't want to show you that. We don't want to talk about this. Is real world shit that we experienced ourselves. But realistically, how does the commission work? So it's a 16,000 cap, 80-20 split, 16,000 cap, and then you're 100% commissions for the rest of the year. I just capped from my anniversary date in 26 days. So 11 months at 100%. And then Dustin talked about it as well. Revenue sharing. You're going to hear about this. There are people at every company cold calling agents to recruit them, just so you know. And if you're not getting called and cold called, maybe you want to question why you're not getting cold called, but I get called probably multiple times a week. And the fact is, you want, like, literally, if you're here now, is because you saw what we were doing, had alignment, and there's probably an alignment factor that's continuing on to where good people come to join us. We're not reaching out and taking any Dick or Sally in this organization whatsoever. But with that, it creates the revenue sharing model, which is a beautiful model where your success is literally tied to 800,000 a month monsters in real estate success, to where you can literally get them on the phone, and they took a phone call in their Porsche Panamera on a golf course to talk with me and a potential partner. And those are the people that you're in alignment with, which is just a crazy model. And then stocks, because I was the downward sales spiral that Dustin said and I told you about as well. After every year of selling 40 or 50 million a year, I was miserable and depressed because all I knew I had to do is sell as much or more the next year. And I had no wealth to show for it. We have stocks that literally agent equity where you receive stock awards. And in a year, without doing anything differently, you literally have wealth accumulating. And it's very real. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can pay your taxes on time with those types of things as well. And that's it. What does it cost to be here? It's $85 a month, which is the eXp, and that includes like your CRM website, your technology, everything that you're getting. And that's it. Like there's no strings attached. That's it. When I first plugged in, I was like, it's too good to be true. I've been here for about 3 years now, and it's real. It's absolutely real. Dustin, any last words? What's next?
It's as real as it gets. I want to talk a little more about how it works. Okay. So I want to talk to the agents who are on a team right now, or agents who want to start a sales team at some point. This is important to you as well. When you're on a team, they want you to sell a bunch of homes. They want you to be successful, but not too successful. You know, it's this weird dynamic where as a team leader, you want your agents to sell, but if they become too successful, they don't need you anymore. Like they'll go solo, they'll go start their own deal. And so it's this weird balance that, you know, sometimes they'll hold back, and maybe it's just a subconscious thing, but they're holding something back because they don't want you to get too successful, because then you'll leave the team and the team won't make any money. Well, eXp is structured in a way where we incentivize your growth. Okay. So by partnering with us, we want you to be as successful as possible. I want you to sell more homes than us. I want you to make more per month than us. That's good. Because of the revenue sharing model that eXp has, we share in the revenue whenever you sell homes. So whenever you sell homes, that's good for us. Okay. And it's good for everyone above us as well. Your partners, your mentors. Okay. These people, Travis mentioned being able to reach somebody while they were golfing. My mentor, Clayton, I couldn't afford to hire him as a coach or a mentor if I were to just hire him. But because we're business partners through this eXp model, I can get him on a Zoom call anytime. It's because he makes money when I make money and when our people make money and sell homes. It flips everything on its side. So if you want to start a team, how cool would it be where if you build somebody up by plugging them into all the training we already have, plug them into the system, they start to become successful. You're now not worried about them leaving. You almost encourage it because they're part of your revenue share team. And if they get so big that they leave your sales team, you're like, great, let me show you how to start your own team. Here's how that looks. Here's the blueprint. Let me give you everything. And then you want to help them build their own sales team because that's good for you. That incentivized mentorship doesn't exist anywhere else because there's no money in it. I mean, just speaking plainly, it's not profitable. It's not lucrative enough anywhere else to get incentivized mentorship from people that are already at a level that you aspire to be at, who will just open their playbook, give you the blueprint, hold you by the hand and help you to get there, because that's what helps them make more money as well. There's nothing else like it.
What is the COLLAB? COLLAB is a community of these individuals, high-performing, like-minded, tech-based people that are jamming on YouTube. We're building out funnels and we're doing everything possible. Coaching, mentorship, training, that is all part of what we do. And that's just us. I mean, there's so much more that we are driving into this COLLAB community that you have your fingertips to. And we want you there because we want you to contribute there. So what's going to happen next? We're going to hop on the strategy session call. We just wanted to explain what partnering looks like exactly, very transparently with us, and how we're going to help you get to the next level. So we're going to hop on a call and we can talk about any of your questions and things like that. If this is something that you know, because you can realize that the life you're living now is not going to get you to the life that you want to be and you want to make drastic changes, we will definitely give you a step-by-step transition plan of partnering with us, getting you plugged into all of our resources, communication to where nothing's going to step a beat. So next up, we'll probably have a conversation with you shortly, but this is what it looks like. We hope to hear from you very shortly. Dustin?
That's it, man. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Awesome, guys. We look forward to the next chat. Aloha.